Hey, what's going on everybody? Commander Crane here, and we are back with another Pioneer deck tech, and today we're going to be talking about Selesnya rabbits. I'm very excited to share this list with you. As always, at the end of the video, let me know in the comment section below, is there a card that I didn't include in this deck that I definitely should have, or do you have suggestions for upcoming videos? Just let me know in the comment section. So, a couple things real quick before we also hop into it here. So, the first one is this is the second video featuring new cards from Bloomburrow. So if this is a new video, like if it just came out, the only deck we've done so far is Boros Mice, which you definitely should check that video out. It was really, really cool. But if this video's been out for a while, we did a whole bunch of other decks with Bloomburrow cards. Definitely check them out here on the channel. The last thing I want to mention before I hop into it here. So initially I recorded the video. Then as soon as I was doing the wrap-up for that video, we got a spoiler of a new one-drop rabbit, because the one-drop rabbits in this deck beforehand were really, really bad. So I was like, okay, I'll re-record the video with this new one-drop. So I recorded that second video, and then we got another one-drop rabbit that was really good. So I had to delete the video and record it, because we're still in spoiler season right now. I just want to get ahead of the game here and make this video so that way people can enjoy it by the time Bloomburrow comes out. So we ended up having to record it for the third time. So we're at the third recording right now, and let's go and hop into it here. So the new one-drops that we're playing in this deck, Seasoned Warren Guard and Paw Patch Recruit, are both fantastic one-drops. Seasoned Warren Guard, as long as we have a token, it gets +2/+0. Paw Patch Recruit benefits our other rabbits, or just creatures in general, for when our opponents target that specific creature, different creatures get 1/1 counter. So definitely a huge fan of both of these one-drops. Phineas, I really, really like this card. Being able to put 1/1 counters on all of our other rabbits is fantastic. And then drawing cards if we have total power 10 or greater, which isn't even hard to do at all, especially in a deck like this where we're going to go super wide. So definitely a huge fan of Phineas Ace Archer in this deck. So, a couple more rabbits we're playing. These are the other two drops we're playing. Beauregard Mentor and Regal Bunnicorn are very similar. The main difference being Beauregard Mentor does have trample, and Regal Bunnicorn counts all non-land permanents, not just creatures. But, spoiler alert, we're pretty much just playing creatures, so Beauregard Mentor is going to largely be better in our deck, but I still do like the Regal Bunnicorn. I really like both of the cards in the deck. We're also playing 4 copies of Valley Quest Caller. New Lord in this deck. Huge fan of it. 2/3 for 2. Gives our other rabbits 1/1. And then whenever a rabbit enters, we scry 1. It does obviously count the bats, birds, and mice. But we're not playing any of those in the deck. One thing I'd like to point out is with this card, for a long time, we would get 3 mana lords that were pretty good. Then we started getting 2 mana lords that are, they were vanilla lords. Now we're getting 2-drop lords that are really, really pushed. And this is definitely a huge example of that. Valley Quest Caller is a fantastic new lord, just in general, not even just for rabbits. So definitely a huge fan of Valley Quest Caller. I think it's arguably the best card in the entire deck. So let's take a look at the last few rabbit cards that we're playing in the deck. We're also playing 4 Hop to It and 3 Warren Warleader. Hop to It is really simple, but it's very good. 3 mana, makes 3 1/1 white rabbits. Just good enough for the deck, obviously. With our lords, they get buffed. It helps Phineas. It's just really good. It's good with our 1-drop, gives it +2/+0 when it attacks. Huge fan of Hop to It. Warren Warleader is also really, really pushed. I love this card. 4/4 for 4 with Offspring 2. Whenever you attack, choose 1. Make a tapped 1/1 white rabbit that's attacking, or attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Fantastic. I really do like this card. What's also cool with it is it's whenever you attack. It's not saying whenever Warren Warleader attacks, it's in general. So we can play this on turn 4 and immediately just start getting in there. So definitely a huge fan of Warren Warleader in this deck. Last thing we got to talk about before the lands though real quick, we're also playing 3 Brave the Elements and 4 Get Lost. We're a white aggro deck, of course we're going to play Brave the Elements. The card is fantastic. It's a protection spell. It's good against, obviously, board wipes, removal spells, target removal, and it's also really good against board stalls. If we're playing against like a monocolor deck, name that color and just get in all the damage there. So definitely a huge fan of Brave the Elements. And then Get Lost is really it's just a really good removal spell. That's why we're playing it. Really nothing other than that. We wanted removal in this deck, so we're playing 4 Get Lost. So let's go and hop into the lands real quick here. So we're playing 4 Razorverge, so they get 4 Temple Garden and 1 Brushland as our main dual lands. We are also playing 4 Branchloft Pathway, 2 Cavernous Souls, and 4 Mutabolts. I wanted 4 Mutabolts. The card is really, really good. Obviously, it is a rabbit itself, so that's why we're playing the 4 copies of Mutavault. And then rounding out our lands, we're playing 1 Aganjo, 1 Beseiju, and 1 Basic Plains. And as our spicy basic land of the day, I had to include the new Bloomburrow Plains. I really do like this artwork. There's 4 of the different seasons, and I believe this one is spring, which is the most common one. But yes, definitely a huge fan of all of the artwork in this set. It's really, really cool. So don't go anywhere yet, though. We still have to talk about our sideboard as well as some budget options for the deck. So sideboarding is going to be really simple. We're going to want some graveyard hate. Rest in Peace is definitely the best option. It's not even close. We're also going to want some extra removal. I personally would recommend some number of Portable Holes. Portable Holes are a really fantastic sideboard removal spell in this format, so I definitely would consider packing a few of those. You're definitely going to want some Vampire hate. Vampires is everywhere right now in Pioneer. I would recommend either playing Pick Your Poison or Pithing Needle. I think they are both fantastic options against Vampires, but they're also good against other decks, so kind of goes hand in hand. I also would play some Damping Spheres. Damping Sphere is everywhere right now in everyone's sideboard. And you want to know why? It's because it's really good. It's good against Lotus Field combo. It's also really, really good against Mono Green Devotion. So you're definitely going to want to be packing some Damping Spheres. It is a fantastic sideboard card. Probably one of the best in the entire format. And the last thing to talk about is the budget options, which is going to be really simple. Most of the new cards are from this set. We don't have like a huge, arsenal of rabbits to be able to choose from right now. So the rabbits we can't really cut down on. But the one thing we can do is we can play some of the budget dual lands. Go ahead and cut the Cavernous Souls, cut the Temple Gardens, go ahead and play like some Sun Petal Groves, maybe some, not Irrigated Farmland. I'm always forgetting the name of the green-white Fastland. You could play that. I think those are both fantastic options. You could also play the new Manland from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I think that's personally what I would do. You could also swap out the Get Losts. They do go for about $4 or $5 US a piece. Go ahead and substitute them for some Fateful Absence. Fateful Absence is almost just as good, and the card is like less than $1 US right now. So if you wanted to go ahead and cut a little bit of cost from that, that's what I would recommend. The last thing I want to talk about, the current list as this bill right now is about $300 US a piece right now, which is really, it's pretty on par for most Pioneer decks. But with the budget list, we can get it down to $100 US. Just cutting like the caverns, the Temple Gardens, the Besejus, working around the sideboard a little bit. We're able to get it down to $100 US, which is awesome for this deck. So I really like the rabbit decks, and like honestly I'm gonna be doing other decks here on the channel in terms of the new creatures. I think the rabbit deck is possibly the strongest of the bunch. I mean, look, the rabbit deck has so many strong cards in it. It's got a really good lord. It's just got really good 2-drops. Warren War Leader is fantastic. The 1-drops in this deck are really good. I think this deck has potential to be a very strong FNM level deck. If you like rabbits, you're looking for a fun green-white aggro deck to build, I think that this is the perfect deck for you to play in Pioneer. So that takes us to the end of the video here. Thanks so much for watching. The deck lists are in the description below if you'd like to check them out for yourself. Huge shout out to our channel members Ralph, Matt, Arcadius, Ray, Gary, and Sarwanoki. If you are interested in being a channel member, it's only $1 US a month. You get access to the exclusive Discord as well as other features here on the channel. So I'm Commander Crane. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope to catch you in the next one.